This video presents Spicy Adventure Stories, a pulp magazine that was published by Culture Publications. To show what Spicy Adventure Stories was all about, after this initial image, a chronological series of painted covers from 1940 to 1946 are presented. In 1943, Spicy Adventure Stories was renamed Speed Adventure Stories. As the covers go by, lots of fascinating information is provided, but is not intended to correspond with the specific cover being shown. Pulp magazines were inexpensive fiction magazines that were published from 1896 until around 1955. The term pulp derives from the cheap wood pulp paper on which the magazines were printed. In contrast, magazines printed on higher quality paper were called glossies or slicks. The typical pulp magazine had 128 pages. It was 7 inches wide by 10 inches high and 1/2 inch thick, with ragged, untrimmed edges. Pulps were the successors to the penny dreadfuls, dime novels, and short fiction magazines of the 19th century. The first pulp was Frank Munsey's revamped Argosy magazine of 1896. In 6 years, Argosy went from a few thousand copies per month to over 500,000. Seeing Argosy's success, Street and Smith launched the Popular magazine in 1903, and it began to take off in 1905 when they acquired the rights to serialized Ayesha by H. Rider Haggard, a sequel to his popular novel She. Haggard's Lost World genre influenced several key pulp writers, including Edgar Rice Burroughs, Robert E. Howard, Talbot Mundy, and Abraham Merritt. Although many respected writers wrote for pulps, the magazines were best known for their lurid, exploitive, and sensational subject matter, even though this was but a small part of what existed in the pulps. At their peak of popularity in the 1920s to 1940s, the most successful pulps sold up to 1 million copies per issue. The most successful pulp magazines were Argosy, Adventure, Blue Book, and Short Stories. Among the best-known other titles of this period were Amazing Stories, Black Mask, Dime Detective, Flying Aces, Horror Stories, Love Story Magazine, Marvel Tales, Oriental Stories, Planet Stories, Spicy Detective, Startling Stories, Thrilling Wonder Stories, Unknown, Weird Tales, and Western Story Magazine. During the economic hardships of the Great Depression, pulps provided affordable content to the masses and were one of the primary forms of entertainment, along with film and radio. By the middle of the 1950s, the pulp magazine market was dying, pushed by various causes, including rising paper costs and competition from comic books and paperback novels. Modern superhero comic books are sometimes considered descendants of hero pulps. Pulp magazines often featured illustrated novel-length stories of heroic characters such as Flash Gordon, The Shadow, Doc Savage, and the Phantom Detective. In the near future, would you like to see a live-action TV show or a live-action movie made based on any of the covers in this video? If so, are there any male and female actors that you want involved? More videos like this one, short and longer, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention, Pulp Magazine's playlist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.